In episode 1, two lives crossed paths in the most unlikely place, a building site, where kindness spoke louder than words, and sacrifice was offered without demand. We watched a young woman rise from loss into hope, and a man give all he had so her dreams could live. As school gates opened and a new chapter began, everything looked promising. But destinies are not only shaped by opportunities. They are shaped by the voices we listen to and the choices we make after the doors open. In episode 2, the journey continues, and the cost of pride begins to unfold. Beloved viewers, before we begin, let's pray. Father Lord, we thank you for the gift of life and for the lessons hidden in every journey. As we watch this story unfold, open our hearts to wisdom, guard us from pride, and teach us to choose your will above our own. Let every scene speak truth, bring healing, and draw us closer to you. In Jesus' name, Amen. If this story is speaking to your heart, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or prayer requests. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode in this powerful journey of faith, love, and destiny.
Oh, you must be my roommate. You're welcome. You look like you're not sure if you belong here. I know that feeling very well, that moment when you walk into a new place and your heart is half excited and half afraid, wondering if this environment will accept you or quietly remind you that you are different. But trust me, this room is now your space too, and whatever story brought you here, it is valid.
Thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me. Walking into this hostel felt heavier than I expected. Not because of fear of people, but because of the weight of everything behind me. I kept asking myself on the way here if this is really my life now, if this is really happening to someone like me. Sometimes it feels like I'm living inside a prayer that took years to answer, and I'm scared that if I don't walk carefully, I might wake up and realize it was only a dream.
I understand that feeling more than you can imagine. When I first arrived here, I pretended to be confident because everyone around me looked like they had life figured out. But at night, when the lights were off and the noise faded, I questioned myself endlessly. University doesn't just challenge your intellect, it challenges your identity. It asks you who you are when no one is clapping for you yet.
That's exactly how I feel. Back home, life was hard, but it was familiar. I knew my place. I knew my struggles. Here, everything feels big and fast, and I'm constantly aware of how small I am. I keep thinking about my mother. She worked herself to exhaustion, dreaming that one day I would sit in a place like this. She didn't live to see it, and sometimes that breaks me. I feel like I owe this moment to so many sacrifices that didn't get celebrated.
Then let this place hear your story through how you live. Many people come here chasing success, status, or validation, but not everyone comes with purpose. Purpose changes how you walk, how you speak, how you choose. And let me tell you something important, this environment will test that purpose. You'll meet people who will make you question your background, your choices, even your faith. But never allow this place to teach you shame for the road that brought you here.
I didn't get here alone. Someone believed in me when there was no reason to, when helping me meant personal sacrifice. Sometimes I lie awake wondering why God chose to use someone like him to lift me. I pray constantly that I don't disappoint God or the people who stood by me.
It means your conscience is alive. But remember, growth is not the enemy, forgetting is. You are allowed to evolve, to learn new things, to meet new people. Just don't evolve away from gratitude. This place will try to redefine success for you. It will whisper that appearance matters more than character, that association matters more than loyalty. That's where many people lose themselves.
I've prayed more in the last few weeks than I ever have in my life. I asked God not just to bring me here, but to remain with me here. I know it's easy to pray when you're desperate, but harder to remain prayerful when doors begin to open. I want God to guide every step I take in this place because I know how easily pride can creep in without announcing itself.
Then let this be a new chapter, not a new identity. A chapter where you grow in knowledge without shrinking in humility. Where you succeed without forgetting who helped you rise. If you can hold on to that, this place won't swallow you, it will shape you.
Thank you for welcoming me the way you did. I was afraid of being alone here, but hearing you speak makes me feel like maybe God already prepared the ground before I arrived. So this is where people say destiny is shaped. This hall, these seats, these voices. I used to imagine places like this when I was younger, when my hands were rough from selling water and my feet were dusty from walking long distances. I never thought my body would sit here, listening to lectures instead of customers. God, you brought me here. Please don't let me forget that. Please don't let me become careless with what you worked so hard to give me.
This lecturer we're about to meet is strict. Oh, carryover students already know him. If you joke with his course, he will humble you academically. But honestly, I like lecturers like that. At least you know where you stand. This is university, not secondary school. Nobody will chase you. If you fail yourself.
They speak like people who already understand this world. I still feel like a visitor. But maybe understanding will come with time. I came here to learn, to grow, to honor God.
Good morning, everyone. I can see a lot of new faces here, and a few familiar ones as well. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, welcome to the university and to the prestigious Faculty of Engineering. And for the carryover students in this hall, you already know me, so I won't pretend to be gentle just because there are fresh students present. My name is Dr. Samuel Franklin. I am from the Department of Engineering, and I will be teaching this course throughout the semester. If you are a carryover student, you already understand my teaching style, my expectations, and the fact that I do not reward laziness or entitlement. If you are a new student, consider this your first lesson. Nobody owes you success here.
Nobody owes you success. Lord, I know this. Everything I have so far is grace. Help me not to take it lightly.
This course is called Introduction to Engineering Principles. Some of you came here because you genuinely love engineering. Some of you are here because your parents chose it. And some of you are here because you heard engineers make money. Whatever your reason is, by the end of this course, your reason will be tested. Engineering is not just calculations and formulas. It is discipline. It is patience. It is the ability to sit with confusion until understanding comes. Many students fail not because they are not intelligent, but because they are proud. They assume understanding will come without effort. This course will expose that mindset. For today's lesson, we are starting with the foundation. You cannot build anything meaningful without understanding principles. I want you to understand that engineering is about solving problems for humanity, not showing superiority. If all you gain here is pride, then you have already failed, even if your grades are high. You will hear many voices in this university. Some will tell you shortcuts are acceptable. Some will tell you that character does not matter as long as results show. But in this department, character and competence walk together. If you cannot be trusted, you cannot be relied upon.
This sounds like more than a lecture. It sounds like a warning.
You look very focused. Are you always this serious?
I think I'm just grateful to be here. I waited for this opportunity longer than I ever imagined, and I don't want to treat it casually. Every word feels important to me.
You'll adjust. This place changes people.
That will be all for today. This was not just an introduction to a course, but an introduction to a mindset. Decide early who you want to be in this place, because this environment will not decide for you. Class dismissed.
After lectures.
Let me be honest with you before I even introduce myself properly, because I've learned over time that honesty, when delivered early, saves a lot of disappointment later. I almost walked away without speaking to you, not because I didn't notice you, but because I've learned that in this department, attaching yourself emotionally to people can become a distraction. But as I watched you sit through that lecture, quiet, attentive, almost reverent in the way you listened, I realized you are the kind of student this place either breaks completely or reshapes entirely, depending on the guidance you receive. And if no one talks to you early enough, the system will talk to you instead, harshly.
I didn't even realize I was doing anything unusual. To me, this hall still feels sacred in a way, like a place where destinies are shaped. Every time the lecturer spoke, I kept reminding myself that someone believed in me enough to push me here, and that God himself must have made room for me among people who look so confident and prepared. I am still adjusting, still finding my balance, and honestly, still praying silently that I don't mess this opportunity up.
That prayerful mindset is touching. Truly, but I hope you don't misunderstand me when I say this. Prayer alone does not help you survive here. Faith is important, yes, but this environment responds more to strategy than sincerity. I've watched people who fasted and prayed their way into exams still repeat courses because they refuse to adapt. This place rewards those who understand how things really work, not those who hope things will work out on their own.
I don't believe prayer replaces responsibility. I only believe it gives direction. I know effort, discipline, and wisdom are required, but I also believe that God orders the steps of those who trust Him. I don't want to rely on my understanding alone.
That sounds noble now, but you'll soon realize that relying too much on unseen guidance can leave you unprepared for visible realities. Let me introduce myself. My name is Clara. I'm a carryover student, which means I've seen excitement turn into frustration, confidence turn into confusion, and faith turn into questions. I've learned that success here is not always about who works hardest, but about who understands the rules well enough to bend without breaking.
I've never been good at bending rules. I was raised to believe that doing things the right way might take longer, but it leaves you with peace.
Peace is good, but peace does not graduate you. Understanding does. Exposure does. Presentation does. You'll see girls here who barely attend lectures yet still move forward. You'll see others who read all night and still fail. The difference is not intelligence, it's positioning. How you dress, who you sit with, how you speak, and who you allow to define you all play roles here. You cannot remain too small in a place that demands presence.
I don't want to lose myself trying to appear bigger than I am. Everything I am by grace.
Grace is beautiful, but it is not an excuse to remain undeveloped. Growth requires shedding old skins, old thinking, old loyalties, old limitations. Sometimes, people who helped us reach a place cannot follow us into the next season, and clinging too tightly to gratitude can quietly hold you back.
I've always believed loyalty was a virtue, not a weakness.
Virtues evolve with environments. What protected you back home might restrict you here. I can help you understand this place fully, the lecturers, the courses, the social structure. I know everything there is to know because I've paid the price of ignorance already. So I'll ask you plainly, are we friends? Because having someone like me here can either save you years, or you can learn everything the hard way.
I don't want unnecessary hardship. If guidance can help me navigate this place, then yes, we can be friends.
Alright, Rhoda, since we've already started this conversation and I've decided not to pretend that I didn't notice you, it only makes sense that we stay connected. This department moves very fast, sometimes faster than announcements can catch up with. Information changes, venues shift, deadlines appear suddenly, and trust me, if you're not plugged in properly, you'll always be hearing things late, reacting instead of preparing. So let me take your number, that way I can call you whenever I need to pass information or check on you.
My number, yes, I can give you my number. I don't mind that at all. But I should probably tell you something first so you don't misunderstand later. I don't actually have a WhatsApp phone. The phone I'm using is just a simple one for calls. I use it mostly to stay in touch with someone very important to me and for emergencies. I've never really needed more than that before.
Oh, you don't have WhatsApp. That's interesting. Not bad, just interesting. But don't worry, it's not a problem at all. You can still give me your number. I'll call you directly whenever I need to. However, and I'm saying this because I genuinely want you to survive here, you will eventually need to step up. This place doesn't really wait for people to catch up, it expects them to already be moving.
I understand what you're saying. It's just that where I'm coming from, we learn to manage with what we have. I never wanted to feel pressured to own things just to feel accepted. I always thought that as long as I'm focused and present, that should be enough.
That mindset is admirable, but it's also outdated for a place like this. You'll soon notice that almost everything runs through WhatsApp here. Department announcements, group discussions, assignment reminders, even last-minute exam information. If you're not on those platforms, you're not just behind, you're invisible. And invisibility here can cost you more than you imagine.
I didn't realize it was that serious. I thought information would be posted on notice boards or announced in class.
That's what fresh students always think. Notice boards are ignored. Lectures get rescheduled without warning. Sometimes assignments are shared only online. Sometimes lecturers assume you already know because it was posted. You don't want to be the student always asking questions that make you look unprepared, not because you're unserious, but because you weren't informed.
I don't want to stand out for the wrong reasons. I've already promised myself that I'll do my best not to draw unnecessary attention.
Exactly. And part of blending in successfully is upgrading when necessary. You don't have to buy the most expensive phone, but at least get an Android. That way you can flow at the pace everyone is flowing. University life is not just about books, it's about staying connected, staying current, and staying relevant. You don't want people to start seeing you as that local girl who is always struggling to keep up.
I've never really thought of myself that way. I've always been content being simple, but I also don't want to give people reasons to look down on me or underestimate me.
And that's exactly why I'm telling you this now, before anyone else does, and not as gently. People here might not say it to your face, but they notice everything. What phone you use, how you dress, how confident you sound, and once people start placing you in a box, it's hard to climb out of it. I'd rather you control the narrative early.
I didn't come here to impress anyone. I came here to build a future. But I also don't want to sabotage myself by ignoring realities I don't yet understand.
Exactly. Think of it as preparation, not pressure. Growth, not compromise. Anyway, give me your number first. I'll add you to the department WhatsApp group once you eventually get a phone that supports it. That group alone will save you stress, trust me.
Alright, I'll think seriously about what you said. I don't want to be left behind simply because I refuse to adjust. Here's my number.
Rhoda, thank God you called. I've been thinking about you all evening, wondering how your first full day went, whether you found your lecture halls without stress, whether the people around you were kind to you, and whether you remembered to eat something decent. You don't know how happy it makes me just hearing your voice, because every time you call, it reassures me that all the worries I carry in my heart about you are not in vain.
Jones, hearing your voice makes me feel calm again. Today was a lot. The lecture itself was fine, but everything else, the environment, the people, the conversations, it feels like I've stepped into a completely different world, one where everything moves fast and expectations are unspoken but heavy. I'm trying to adjust, but sometimes I feel like I'm already behind.
That feeling is normal, my dear. Any new beginning always feels like that. Even when I first stepped onto the building site, surrounded by men who looked stronger and more experienced than me, I felt small. But I learned that the key is not to rush yourself. Growth happens steadily, not violently. You don't have to become someone else overnight just to survive.
I met someone today, a girl in my department. She's a carryover student, so she knows a lot about how things work here. She's been talking to me, guiding me, telling me things I wouldn't have known on my own. She means well, I think, but some of the things she said made me start questioning myself.
Guidance can be a blessing, but it can also be confusing if it doesn't align with who you are. What exactly did she say that troubled your heart?
She said I need to step up, that I need to start using an Android phone so I can flow with everyone else. She said almost everything here runs on WhatsApp, assignments, announcements, group discussions. And when I told her I don't have a WhatsApp phone, she didn't insult me, but the way she spoke made me feel like I was outdated, like I might be left behind if I don't upgrade.
I see. Listen to me carefully, Rhoda. Tools can be useful, yes. Phones, apps, technology, they can help you access information faster. But never allow tools to define your worth or your place among people. You are not behind because of the phone you use. You are not small because you don't look like everyone else. And you are certainly not inferior because you are simple.
I know that, Jones. Or at least, I used to know that. But when she spoke, it made me suddenly aware of how different I am from others here. I don't want people to see me as that girl who doesn't belong, who always needs explanations, who seems local. I didn't come here to be looked down on.
My dear, people will always look down on others to feel tall themselves. That doesn't mean you should change your foundation to satisfy their eyes. Remember where you are coming from. Remember why you are here. And remember that not everything that looks like progress is actually progress. Sometimes, it's just pressure dressed as advice.
She didn't sound wicked, Jones. She sounded confident, experienced, sure of herself. And part of me thought, maybe she's right. Maybe I'm too slow. Maybe I need to adjust quickly before I fall behind. I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to waste everything you sacrificed for me.
Rhoda, listen to me with all your heart. I did not help you get to school so that you would live in fear of opinions. I helped you because I saw potential, humility, and sincerity in you. Even if you decide to get a new phone someday, let it be because it truly serves your purpose, not because someone made you feel small. You don't owe anyone transformation to earn respect.
I understand what you're saying. I truly do. I want to survive here. I don't want to stand out for the wrong reasons. I'll think about it carefully. I promise.
That's all I ask. Think, pray, don't rush, and please, no matter how busy things become, don't stop calling me. Don't stop talking to me. Distance has a way of changing people when silence is allowed to grow.
I won't stop calling. I just need time to understand this place, and myself.
May God give you discernment, Rhoda. Sleep well tonight. I'm proud of you.
Months later.
Rhoda, my dear, please don't be angry before you even hear me out. I know attendance has just started, and I know you're probably tired of doing this for me, but today is one of those days where things just refuse to align. I'm not anywhere near campus, and this class is compulsory. You already know how strict this lecturer is. Just help me write my name as usual, please. I'll settle you when I get back, I promise.
Clara, you know this thing always makes me uncomfortable. Every time I write your name, my heart beats fast like I'm doing something wrong. I keep telling myself it's just attendance, that it's not an exam, but still, I didn't come here wanting to bend rules or put myself in situations that could cause trouble later.
Please relax. You worry too much. Attendance is nothing compared to the things people do here daily just to survive. Nobody is going to arrest you for writing a name. Besides, you're helping a friend. That's what friends do. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important, and I wouldn't forget your kindness either.
Alright, I'll do it. But this has to be the last time, Clara. I don't want to keep feeling like I'm crossing lines.
That's my good girl. I'll see you later today. We'll talk properly. Done. So where were we?
The money stage.
Smell that? It's success, darling. And here's your share.
Before you start with that look on your face, please calm down. This is not bribery, it's appreciation. I know you always pretend like you don't need money, but let's be honest, we are students, and money makes life softer. I don't want to keep benefiting from your help without acknowledging it. That wouldn't be fair, so take it, and don't insult my generosity by refusing.
Clara, do you know how confusing this makes me feel? On one hand, I tell myself I'm just helping a friend. On the other hand, the money makes it feel transactional, like I'm being rewarded for something I'm not proud of. I didn't come here to earn money this way.
You worry too much. Money only becomes dirty when you allow guilt to define it. Life is not as pure as you imagine, Rhoda. You either adapt or you suffer unnecessarily. Dress up, let me take you out.
Clara, I've been holding this question inside me for weeks, and every time I try to silence it, it rises again, louder than before, heavier than before, like something that refuses to be buried. I watch you come and go, missing lectures without fear, walking into rooms with confidence, spending money without counting it, and I keep asking myself how two people who sit on the same bench, attend the same school, and breathe the same air can be living such different realities. I struggle to balance my books, my conscience, my faith, and my gratitude to the man who sacrificed so much to put me here, yet you move as though none of these weights exist. I am not asking because I want to judge you, and I am not asking because I want to imitate you blindly. I am asking because my heart is confused, and confusion is dangerous when one is trying to live right. What is it that you do, Clara? What kind of work keeps you away from lectures, yet never seems to leave you lacking?
Rhoda, I knew this moment would come because questions always come when silence can no longer hide contrast. Let me tell you something honestly, without pretending, without church language, without moral packaging. I got tired of struggling. I got tired of watching brilliant people remain poor because they were waiting for permission from life to succeed. I got tired of doing everything Right, and still feeling powerless. So I chose a different route. Not because I hate school, not because I am lazy, but because I refuse to be boxed into a system that doesn't reward effort equally. What I do gives me access. Access to money, to people, to opportunities, things that books alone cannot give you. It may not look clean the way you were raised to see cleanliness, but tell me, Rhoda, how clean is a life that is constantly begging, waiting, and hoping someone else will save it?
But at what cost, Clara? That is what keeps echoing inside me. Because every time you talk about freedom, I hear an undertone of something else, something that feels like it demands silence, secrecy, and compromise. I didn't grow up with much, but I grew up with values that taught me that not everything that shines is safe to hold. I came here on sacrifice, on prayer, on faith, on the kindness of someone who believed in my future more than his comfort. If I start walking paths that make it easy to ignore conscience, what happens to the girl who cried to God for help? What happens to the promises I made in the dark when nobody was watching?
Rhoda, conscience is not meant to be a cage. It is meant to be a guide, and sometimes guides must adapt to terrain. The world is not gentle with dreamers who refuse to bend. You think you are protected because you pray and attend lectures faithfully, but let me ask you this. When sponsorship stops, when help delays, when life demands more than faith speeches, what will you do? Will you still call compromise evil when hunger and pressure knock? I am not saying abandon your God. I am saying stop limiting how He can bless you. Sometimes blessings come in ways religion refuses to acknowledge.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. That is the truth. Part of me wants to believe you, because believing you would make my fears quieter. But another part of me is afraid that if I silence this discomfort long enough, I will wake up one day and no longer recognize the person I've become. I don't want success that costs me sleep. I don't want money that makes me lie to myself. I don't want progress that pulls me away from God instead of closer to Him.
No one plans to lose themselves, Rhoda. They only plan to survive. Think about it. Don't decide now. Just think.
Sometimes I wonder how a man's heart can be so full of love and yet so heavy with worry at the same time. I stand here every day, lifting blocks, mixing cement, bending my back until my bones cry out, and yet my mind is never fully here. My hands are at this building site, but my thoughts are far away. They are in a small hostel room, on a narrow bed, beside a young girl who is trying to become something greater than where she came from. Rhoda. Every time I think of her name, I feel pride and fear holding each other tightly inside my chest. I keep calculating numbers in my head, how much I have, how much I owe, how much I can still borrow, and how much I must not fail to send. This month alone, books, feeding, transport, assignments, now even phone issues. And when I look at what is left in my pocket, it is clear that what I have is not enough. Not even close. But how do you tell a dream to slow down because money is short? How do you tell a future to wait because a laborer's wages cannot keep up with university demands? So I ask myself, where else can I go after this work? Who else needs a man to carry blocks, to load cement, to offload books from a truck, to do night work when the body is already tired? I remember the days when I carried bags of rice at the market till my shoulders burned, just so my father could buy medicine. I remember borrowing money that still hangs around my neck like a chain. And yet, here I am again, planning to push myself further, not because anyone forced me, but because love has asked something of me. Sometimes fear whispers to me, asking foolish questions. What if she forgets you? What if she changes? What if all this sacrifice becomes a story of regret? And I won't lie, those thoughts shake me. But then another voice rises louder, firmer, calmer, reminding me that love was never meant to be safe, and obedience to God was never meant to be convenient. I didn't help Rhoda because I was sure of tomorrow. I helped her because I was sure it was right. If I have to leave this site after closing time and go carry books till midnight, I will do it. If I have to beg for extra shifts, I will humble myself. If sleep must reduce and strength must be spent, then let it be spent for something that matters. Because if one day she stands tall, educated, confident, useful to society, and she remembers that someone once believed in her when nobody else did, then my sweat will not be wasted. God, you see this heart. You see this body. You see these empty hands that still want to give. I don't ask to be rich, I ask to be enough. Enough strength, enough opportunity, enough grace to finish what I started. If this road must be hard, then walk it with me. If this sacrifice must be deep, then give it meaning. Let her never lack because I was afraid to try. Let her never suffer because I chose comfort over commitment. So tomorrow, I will wake up again. I will work again. I will look for where else to go, what else to lift, what else to carry. Because love does not rest when responsibility is still calling.
Jones, I have been looking at you since I entered this site, and I don't even know where to begin because what I'm seeing is not the man I used to know. Look at you. Your face has sunk in. Your cheeks are hollow. Your eyes look like they haven't rested in weeks. You are wearing the same clothes, the same shoes, even the same tired expression you wore the last time I saw you. It's like your body is here working, but your strength is slowly leaving you, and that scares me. You think I don't know what is happening, but I know. I may not talk every time, but I see. I see how you collect your wages and send almost everything away. I see how you deny yourself food, rest, even basic comfort, just so someone else can be okay. And the painful part is not even the sacrifice. The painful part is that you are breaking yourself quietly and pretending that everything is fine. Jones, listen to me as your friend, not as someone who wants to control you. I know you love Rhoda. I know you want to marry her. I know your heart is clean. But love should not turn a man into a shadow of himself. Love should not slowly kill the one who is giving it. I am not saying stop helping her. I am saying look at yourself. You are fading. And it worries me deeply. Sometimes, I just pray that all this effort, all this suffering, all this sleeplessness will not end in regret. I pray that the seed you are sowing will grow into something good, something joyful, something that will not break your heart at the end. Because if it doesn't, I don't know how you will recover.
My brother, I hear you. And I want you to know that I am grateful that someone still sees me, still worries about me enough to speak. But let me tell you something slowly, clearly, so you understand my heart and stop being afraid for me. Yes, I am tired. Yes, my body feels weak some days. Yes, I don't look as strong as before. But what you are seeing on the outside is not defeat, it is sacrifice. And sacrifice is never beautiful while it is happening. It only looks beautiful when the story is told later. I didn't wake up one morning and decide to suffer for fun. I chose this path because love is not a word to me, it is a responsibility. When I look at Rhoda, I don't just see a woman I want to marry. I see a future that is trying to survive. I see a girl who lost her mother, lost her support, and could have easily been swallowed by hopelessness. And when I had the chance to help, I could not look away. Turning away would have haunted me more than this tiredness ever could. You say love should not break a man, and I agree. But love will stretch a man. Love will test what he truly believes. The Bible did not lie when it said love is patient, love is kind. Patience is not comfort. Kindness is not convenience. Sometimes, love looks like going to bed hungry so someone else can eat. Sometimes, it looks like wearing old shoes so someone else can walk into a brighter future. And listen to this, even if one day Rhoda comes back and tells me she no longer wants me, even if she chooses a different life, a different man, a different path, I will still sleep with peace in my heart. Because I did not help her to buy her love. I helped her because love does not demand repayment. Love gives because it believes it is right. If all I get in return is the knowledge that I lifted someone when they were down, then I am fulfilled. God sees this. And God does not waste good seeds. I may not see the reward immediately, but I trust that heaven is keeping record. So don't pity me, just pray for me, that my strength will hold, and that what I am working for will end in good.
Years later.
Rhoda, please listen to me for once without already concluding in your heart that what I'm about to say is wrong. I know you're a good girl, and I know you've held onto your values tightly, but sometimes goodness without wisdom can become a cage that limits what life can offer you. Look at this campus around us. Look at how things really work here. Nobody is rewarding suffering. Nobody is applauding endurance. People are moving forward because they align themselves with opportunities, not because they stay loyal to stories of struggle. This is Victor. He is not like the boys you're used to seeing around here who talk big and deliver nothing. This is someone who understands how life works. Connections, money, access. Someone who can change your situation instantly, not gradually, not painfully. You won't have to worry about phones, assignments, data, clothes, feeding, or even accommodation stress. You'll finally live like the baby girl you truly are. Soft life, no pressure, no counting coins at night. Rhoda, this is not temptation. This is alignment.
Clara, I need you to understand something deeply, not just hear it but truly understand it from where my heart is speaking. I did not come this far by accident, and I did not survive the nights of hunger, tears, and prayer just to forget where I'm coming from. I already have someone in my life. His name is Jones. He is not rich. He does not wear expensive clothes or drive fancy cars. But he has done what many wealthy men could never do. He gave when he had little, and he stood by me when I had nothing. This man sponsored me from my lowest point to where I am now, 300 level. When my mother died and the world turned its back on me, he didn't ask what he would gain. He didn't calculate profit. He only saw a future worth helping. He worked extra jobs, starved himself, wore the same clothes, and carried loads heavier than his body just so I could sit in classrooms like this. Clara, that kind of sacrifice is not something I can just discard because another man has money. Jones has a heart of gold. He fears God. He respects me. He loves me without trying to buy me. I love him, not because he is perfect, but because he is true. How do I trade that for comfort without losing myself?
Rhoda, you're speaking from emotion, not reality. And emotion is beautiful, but it is also dangerous when it blinds us to logic. Love does not pay bills. Sacrifice does not buy phones. Good hearts do not guarantee good futures. You keep talking about what Jones has done, but let me ask you something honestly. How long will he keep doing it? How many more years can his body endure this suffering? How long before his help becomes a burden you feel guilty carrying? This is not about disrespecting Jones. This is about choosing growth over sentiment. Victor can give you in 1 month what Jones may struggle to give you in decades. You're not betraying anyone, you're evolving. Life does not wait for loyalty. Life rewards smart choices. And if Jones truly loves you, wouldn't he want you to live better, easier, softer? Or must love always look like suffering?
I never imagined that doing the right thing would start to feel so heavy. I never imagined that gratitude would begin to feel like chains. Sometimes at night, I lie awake wondering how long I can keep stretching what little I have, how long I can keep asking Jones for help when I know he is already giving beyond his strength. I hate that thought. I hate feeling like my dreams are draining someone else's life. What if choosing something easier doesn't mean I'm wicked? What if God understands that I'm tired? What if I just need a break, from struggle, from guilt, from always being the strong one? I don't want to hurt Jones, but I also don't want to drown with him if a lifeboat is right in front of me.
That's all I wanted you to see, Rhoda. This is not wickedness. This is survival. You can still respect Jones. You can still appreciate him. But you don't have to let gratitude decide your destiny. Some people are helpers, some are builders. Jones helped you start. Victor can help you arrive. And arrival changes everything. Just try friendship. Nothing serious. Just allow yourself to step into a different world and see what life can feel like when effort finally rests. One step, Rhoda. Just one step.
Okay, I'll try. Just friendship.
Rhoda, I don't want to sound like I'm intruding into your personal life, but I've been watching this pattern for a while now, and it's beginning to worry me. That phone of yours rings late into the night, sometimes again and again, and every time it does, you look at it like it's a burden instead of something you once cherished. You used to smile whenever it rang. You used to step outside to answer with excitement, even when you were tired. But now you silence it, flip it over, and pretend it isn't there. And it's not just the calls. You come back late these days. Very late. Sometimes when everyone else is already asleep. You barely explain where you've been. You barely talk anymore. I'm not accusing you of anything, but change like this doesn't happen for no reason. Something is shifting, Rhoda, and I'm asking because I care. Is everything okay?
I honestly don't understand why everyone suddenly feels the need to monitor my life like I'm doing something wrong. I'm not a child, and I didn't come to this university to live under supervision. People grow, people change, people explore. That doesn't automatically mean something bad is happening. As for the calls, sometimes I'm just tired of explaining myself. Tired of reporting my every move. Tired of feeling like I owe my time to someone simply because they helped me once. I appreciate Jones, I really do, but appreciation should not become pressure. I can't keep living like my entire life must revolve around one person's expectations. And about coming back late, this is university life. People study late, meet friends, network, discover opportunities. You can't expect me to still behave like a village girl afraid of the night. I know what I'm doing, and I need you to trust that.
Rhoda, listen to yourself. You say, helped me once, as though that help didn't carry you from nothing to this very place. You say, pressure, as though concern is the same as control. I'm not here to judge you or preach to you, but I've seen girls start this way, slowly distancing themselves from the people who stood by them, slowly justifying choices they once prayed not to face. You don't sound free. You sound irritated, and irritation often comes when conscience is struggling to keep up with new desires. I'm not saying you shouldn't grow. I'm saying growth shouldn't require erasing gratitude or silencing voices that once meant everything to you.
You don't understand my reality, and you never will. You didn't lose a mother. You didn't survive on pity. You didn't depend on someone else's sweat to remain in school. I have carried guilt long enough, and I refuse to let it shape every decision I make going forward. Jones will be fine. He has always been fine. I can't keep shrinking my life to make others comfortable. If that makes me seem distant, then so be it. This is my season to focus on myself.
Rhoda, pick up. Maybe she's asleep. She used to call back. Did I do something wrong? I hope you're okay. God, please watch over her. Good afternoon, please, I'm sorry to disturb you. I'm looking for someone. Her name is Rhoda. She stays in this hostel. I don't want to cause any trouble or embarrassment. I just need to see her, even if it's for a few minutes. I've been calling her for days now, and my heart has not been at rest. If you know her, please help me call her. I will wait right here. I won't move.
Rhoda, yes, we know her. Many people know her here. But you know this is a female hostel, right? Men don't usually come around like this unless it's something serious. Are you her brother, her uncle? Because the way you look, you seem like someone who has come a long way.
I understand how it may look, and I don't blame you for asking. I'm not her brother by blood, but I am someone who cares deeply about her well-being. I've watched her rise from nothing, and I've supported her journey to this place with everything I have. I wouldn't be standing here under this sun if it wasn't important. Please, just help me call her.
Okay.
Good afternoon. You must be Jones. I recognize you from the way she once talked about you, back when her eyes used to light up whenever your name was mentioned. Unfortunately, she's not around right now. She left earlier for lectures, and I honestly don't know when she'll be back. School days can be unpredictable.
Oh, I see. Thank you for telling me. I was hoping to catch her before she got busy. I've been worried. She hasn't been answering my calls, and silence can be heavier than bad news. But it's alright. School comes first. I'll wait, even if it takes hours. I didn't come this far to turn back so easily.
You're willing to wait here. You know students won't return all at once. Some go for group work, some for meetings, some for things they don't talk about. Waiting might take the whole day. Are you sure you're okay with that?
I've waited longer things in life than a few hours. I've waited for money that didn't come. I've waited for prayers to be answered when hope was thin. Waiting doesn't scare me. What scares me is not knowing if she's okay, or if I've somehow become a stranger in her life without realizing it. So yes, I'll wait. Even if she only steps out to say hello and go back inside, that will be enough.
I can see that you truly care. I really hope that when she returns, she remembers the kind of heart that is standing here waiting for her.
Thank you very much.
Jones, what are you doing here? Why would you come to my hostel like this without telling me first? Do you know how this looks? Do you know how uncomfortable you've made me feel right now, standing here with people watching? I don't understand why you couldn't just stay where you were and mind your business instead of showing up uninvited like this.
Rhoda, wait, is that you? I almost didn't recognize you. Please, tell me I'm seeing this wrong. Look at how you're dressed. Look at yourself. This isn't you. This is not the girl I know. Your clothes barely cover you. You're exposing yourself in a way that makes my heart ache, not because I want to judge you, but because I remember who you used to be, how careful you were, how modest you carried yourself, how you once said you didn't want attention that came from the wrong places. Rhoda, can't you see that you're almost naked? Can't you feel how much you've changed? I'm not saying this as a man trying to control you. I'm saying this as someone who loves you, as someone who remembers the prayers you used to pray, the values you used to hold, the dignity you once protected like treasure. What happened?
Jones, please stop this nonsense. You're already embarrassing me enough just by standing here. This is how people dress here. This is normal. This is confidence. This is growth. You can't expect me to dress like I'm still stuck in the past. I'm in the university now. I've grown. I've evolved. I'm exposed to better things, better standards, better life.
Rhoda, please don't talk to me like that. I didn't come here to embarrass you or cause any scene. I came because I was worried. I have been calling you again and again, sending messages, waiting for replies that never came. Days passed, nights passed, and silence can be very loud when you care about someone. I was afraid something was wrong with you. I didn't want to assume anything. I didn't want to sit back and imagine stories in my head. I thought the right thing to do was to come and see you with my own eyes.
Well, now you've seen me. I'm fine. Nothing is wrong with me. And honestly, I don't appreciate you monitoring my life like this. I'm no longer that girl you used to know. I have my own life now, my own space, my own future to focus on. You need to let me be.
Let you be. Rhoda, when did caring for you suddenly become a crime? When did concern turn into disturbance? I'm not here to control you. I'm here because I love you. I'm here because I couldn't sleep knowing you were distant and silent. If I have offended you by worrying, then forgive me. That was never my intention.
Jones, I'll be honest with you since you've decided to come all this way. I'm no longer interested in this relationship. Whatever we had, whatever you thought we had, is over. And before you start reminding me of sacrifices and money, let me be clear, I will repay everything. Every naira you spent on me. Every help. Every contribution. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Repay. Why are you talking like this? Since when did our relationship turn into an account balance? Since when did love become a debt? Rhoda, look at me. Talk to me. What happened? When did you start forgetting me like this? When did I suddenly become someone you speak to with such coldness?
Jones, can't you see it yourself? Or do I need to spell it out for you? We are no longer on the same level. Look around you. Look around me. I'm almost a graduate now. Soon I'll be an engineer. I'm moving forward. I'm evolving. And you're still a laborer. Carrying blocks. Mixing cement. Struggling daily. Our worlds don't align anymore. And please, don't think you own me because you sponsored me. I am not your property. Yes, you helped me, and I acknowledge that. But help does not entitle you to my future.
Rhoda, this is not about ownership. It has never been. I never loved you because I wanted to control you. I loved you because my heart chose you. I believed in you when you were nothing in the eyes of the world. I saw your dreams before they had shape. I gave because I loved, not because I wanted something in return. Do you really think I endured hunger, exhaustion, and humiliation just to trap you?
Well, I'm telling you now to stop loving me. Forget about me. I have found my destiny. I'm stepping into a better life, and I won't apologize for that. But at least, let it be known that I'm not ungrateful. I appreciate what you did. Truly. And one day, you'll get your money back. So let's just end it here.
So this is how it ends, just like this. No warning, no conversation, no explanation that makes sense. How do people change overnight like this? Where did I go wrong? Was it loving you too much? Was it believing in you too deeply? Was it sacrificing without guarding my heart? I don't even recognize the voice speaking to me right now. This isn't the Rhoda I knew. This isn't the girl who cried in my arms and promised forever. So this is how it feels when the heart finally understands what the mind has been refusing to accept. I walked all the way back here telling myself I was strong, telling myself I would be fine, telling myself that men don't cry over words spoken by someone who has already chosen to forget them. But now that I am alone, now that there is no one watching, I can't lie anymore. This pain is heavier than the blocks I carry every day. This pain presses deeper than hunger. This pain sits in my chest and refuses to move. God, I don't understand. I stood by her when she had nothing. I watched her cry. I held her fears. I carried her dreams like they were my own. I believed that love, patience, kindness, and sacrifice were seeds that always produced good fruit. That's what your word says. That's what I trusted. So tell me, where did it go wrong? Was my mistake loving too much? Was my error believing that good intentions would protect the heart? I replay her words again and again in my head, and each time they cut deeper. We are not on the same level. You are just a laborer. I've found my destiny. God, is this what destiny looks like? Is this what progress sounds like? When gratitude becomes an insult and loyalty becomes embarrassment. I keep asking myself if I was foolish. People warned me. They told me to protect myself. They told me love must be wise. But I thought wisdom meant obedience to you. I thought doing good without expecting anything in return was the safest place to stand. Now I sit here wondering if kindness has turned me into a fool in the eyes of the world. God, my body is tired, but my heart is even more tired. I don't even miss the money I spent. I don't miss the sleep I lost. I don't miss the hunger. What hurts is realizing that someone can rise on your sacrifice and then look down on you from the height you helped them reach. Still, even now, I search my heart and I find no hatred. Just sorrow, just disappointment, just confusion, and that scares me even more. Because after everything, I still wish her well. I still pray she doesn't fall. I still hope she finds peace. What kind of heart is this, God? Why does it still love when it should be angry? If I did wrong, correct me. If I was blind, open my eyes. But please don't let this pain harden me. Don't let it turn me into someone who regrets doing good. If this is the price of loving sincerely, then give me the strength to pay it without losing myself. I place this broken heart before you tonight. I don't know how to fix it. I don't even know how to carry it tomorrow. But you see me, you know me, and if you are still God in moments like this, then please, hold me together. If I stay here, I will keep bleeding in silence. Every face will remind me. Every place will mock me. I am tired of explaining pain I didn't choose. This is not running away. This is me choosing to heal. I need a place where my name is not tied to this story, where I can breathe again. He lifts the bag. God, you saw my heart. I loved sincerely. If leaving is the only way to survive, then let me. Don't let this pain change who I am. I will start again.
Months later.
Four carryovers. At this level, God, how did I get here? After all these years, after all the sacrifices, this is what I'm seeing. No, this can't be right. I read, I tried, or did I? When did I stop trying? When did everything become about enjoyment, appearances, fitting in? I was once the girl who feared God, the girl who valued discipline, the girl who cried just to enter this university. Where did she go? I traded focus for pride. I traded love for noise. I traded purpose for validation.
Rhoda, you've been sitting there for almost an hour without saying a word. You didn't even eat. What's wrong? Is it the results?
It's bad. It's very bad. I kept refreshing the page like maybe the screen would change, like maybe it was a mistake. But it's not a mistake. I have 4 carryovers, 4, in my final year.
4, at 500 level. Rhoda, I know how hard that must feel. You used to be so serious with your books when you first came.
That's what hurts me the most. I remember how hungry I was for success back then. I remember praying, fasting, crying just to pass. Somewhere along the line, I became careless. I thought I had finally arrived, so I relaxed.
Sometimes when things start going well, we forget what brought us there.
Victor, please, I need to speak to you. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand why you're not answering me, why you're ignoring me, why everything I believed in, everything I gave to you, everything I trusted you with, is suddenly gone. I thought we had something real. I thought I could count on you. I thought you promised me marriage, a future, a life that would change my story completely. Victor, I gave you everything I could. I trusted you with my heart, with my body, with my dreams, and now, it feels like none of it mattered. Please, tell me this isn't true. Tell me you didn't find someone else. Tell me you still care about me.
Rhoda, I'm sorry. Things have changed. I can't be with you anymore. I have someone else now. I didn't plan for this to hurt you, but I'm done. I'm moving on. I don't want to continue this conversation.
Done. Moving on. Victor, after everything, you are just done. Do you know what you are saying to me? Do you know what you have just done to the girl who trusted you completely? The girl who believed in your promises, who waited for you, who gave you her everything because you said you loved her and that you would change her life forever. You promised me a future, and now, like it was nothing, like it was a paper I crumpled and threw away, you've left me. You've broken me, Victor. Do you even understand the depth of what you've destroyed? I put my faith in you, I sacrificed, I believed, and now it's all ashes in my hands. I thought I was finding love. I thought I was stepping into a life of hope and security, but instead, I gave my body, my heart, my trust to a man who never truly cared for me. And God, forgive me, but I feel so used, so small, so empty. I thought I was strong, but Victor, you showed me that I was fragile, and pride didn't protect me. It made me blind to the truth about people, about choices, about what I should have valued.
Jones. I have to say, I've seen a lot of laborers in my time, but you are something else. Your precision, your understanding of structures, the way you anticipate problems before they happen, it's beyond ordinary. That's why the company has decided to do something special. We want to sponsor you for professional training while you continue working here. You'll attend construction school part-time, sharpen your skills, and rise through the ranks. Most people would never get this kind of opportunity in a lifetime, but you. God has clearly placed favor upon you.
Sir, I don't even know how to respond. I mean, I know I worked hard, I know I've done my best wherever I could, but to hear words like that, to be given this kind of chance, I can only say thank you, God. God, you never failed me. Even when my heart was broken, when I thought the world had turned against me, when I felt abandoned, you were working behind the scenes, preparing this moment, preparing this place, preparing people like Mr. Okoro to recognize the gift you placed inside me. I didn't know this kind of opportunity existed, and yet here I am, about to learn more, about to become better, about to grow in ways I never imagined. God, thank you. I will not waste this. I will honor this chance with diligence, integrity, and faith, because you brought me here, not by luck, not by chance, but by your favor.
Jones. That's exactly the spirit we need. You see, talent without discipline fades. But talent paired with humility, paired with determination, paired with faith, that becomes legacy. God is obviously with you. You've survived heartbreak, rejection, and hardship, and now He's opening doors for you. Learn, grow, apply yourself, and the sky will not even be the limit. This is just the beginning.
Yes, the beginning. Lord, even in my pain, you never left me. I may have lost love, I may have been misunderstood, I may have been mocked, but here you are restoring hope, here you are showing me that perseverance and faith are never wasted. I may not see the full plan now, I may still feel the ache of what I lost, but I trust you, Lord. Every brick I lay, every beam I lift, every course I attend, I dedicate it to you. Let me be a testament that even when life seems unfair, even when hearts are broken, your favor can turn the mourning into skill, the struggle into mastery, and the pain into purpose. Thank you, Lord, for the doors I never saw, for the favor I didn't deserve, for the second chance you give to those who trust you, even when hearts are heavy. I will not fail you. I will rise, and I will honor every sacrifice, every tear, every lonely night, by becoming the man you made me to be.
I can't do this anymore. I don't even know where to start. The fees for these carryover courses are more than I have in the world right now. And even if I scrape together what little I have, there's still transport, food, photocopies, and the books I need. God, why did I think I could handle all this alone? Why did I think pride could ever replace guidance, wisdom, and support? I've lost Joan's help, I've lost Victor, and Clara, she's vanished too. There's no one left, no one who truly cares, no one who's willing to lift a finger, and now, I'm drowning in debt, in failure, in embarrassment, and in fear. Every day I open my results, I see my mistakes staring back at me, glaring louder than any success I ever had. Every course I fail, every lecture I miss, it's a reminder that I'm alone. That I've chosen the wrong path. That my pride, my foolish pride, has brought me here.
Rhoda, I know it's hard, and I know it feels like the walls are closing in on you, but running in circles won't help. You can't change the past, but you can start taking control of what's left. You need to face these courses, face the fees, face the people you owe, and stop pretending everything is fine when it's not. You have to rebuild, even if it's painful, even if it means asking for help, even if it means swallowing pride.
Asking for help. After all I've done, all I've lost, all the mistakes I've made, who would help me now? Jones is gone, Victor abandoned me, Clara turned her back, and I can't even look at my family because they never cared at first. I was so sure I was clever, so sure I had the world figured out, so sure my pride was my strength, but it's killing me. Every day I wake up, I count my money and it disappears faster than it comes. Every day I walk to class, I see people who have help, who have stability, who don't know what it feels like to pray over a sachet of water for the week, and I realize that my choices alone, have put me here. And yet, I have to keep going, I have to keep surviving, because giving up is not an option. But God, I feel so small.
Then stop thinking of pride, stop thinking of past mistakes, and start thinking of survival. Write your carryovers, even if you fail a few more times. Find small jobs. Ask around quietly for help. Take every little bit that comes your way. You can't undo what's done, but you can prevent it from getting worse. And trust me, even if everyone else abandoned you, God is not gone. He sees every struggle, every tear, every sleepless night. He hasn't left you, Rhoda, even if your pride thought he had.
Maybe I've been foolish, maybe I've ignored him for too long, thinking I could build everything alone. Maybe this is the cost of pride. And maybe, just maybe, it's time I stopped looking at people, stopped looking at money, stopped looking at status, and started looking to him. But how, roommate, how do I even begin again when the mountain is this high and I'm this small?
You start with one prayer. One course at a time. One small step. One day at a time. Pride may have brought you here, but humility, effort, and faith can take you out, if you allow God to guide you.
Days later.
The number you are trying to reach is no longer in service. Please check the number and try again.
Why now? Why when I finally realize what I had? That I finally understand the depth of his love, the sacrifices, the prayers, the patience. Why did he leave? Jones, my heart, my hope, my everything, he's gone. Gone to another city, gone to a life I once dreamed of sharing with him. Gone to a destiny that could have been mine if only I had listened, if only I had trusted, if only I had let you guide my heart instead of chasing pride and shallow pleasures. Oh God, forgive me for letting pride and foolish advice steal him from me. I was blind, Lord, utterly blind. I mistook wealth and flashiness for love and security, and now I sit here with nothing but regret. The man who gave me everything, loved me when I didn't deserve it, and I turned my back. I let him slip through my hands.
A week later.
No, this can't be real. This can't be happening. That's him. That's Jones, my Jones, the man I promised my heart to, the man who gave me everything he could, who carried my dreams when nobody else would, who prayed for me, sacrificed for me, loved me more than I deserved. He's married. He's moving on, with someone else. And here I am, crying over what I threw away, what I foolishly let slip because I wanted to feel important, because I wanted to belong to that noisy, shiny world Clara painted for me. God, forgive me. I betrayed your will, I betrayed his heart, I betrayed my own heart, and for what? Pride, vanity, foolishness. How could I have been so blind, so utterly, recklessly blind to what was right in front of me? Lord, I am nothing, I have nothing, I almost destroyed the greatest blessing you gave me, and now I am left with ashes and regret. God, please forgive me for letting my heart be twisted by voices that were not yours. Forgive me for listening to pride instead of your wisdom. Forgive me for mishandling the life you had planned for me, for mishandling a man who loved me more than I knew to love myself. Lord, if mercy is still mine, teach me how to survive this pain, how to live without bitterness, how to honor the gifts you still have for me, even when I lost the greatest one. Lord, I should have waited. I should have obeyed you. I should have trusted you, not Clara, not my desires, not the shiny lies I chased. How did I let my own ears become the enemy of my destiny? How did I trade a heart of gold for a fleeting fantasy? Oh God, I am nothing without you. I am empty, I am foolish, I am undone. But if you are still God, if your mercy still flows, please, help me rise, help me find peace, help me honor the man who never stopped loving me, even when I didn't deserve it. Help me live the rest of my life not in bitterness, but in humility before you.
Every choice plants a seed, and in time, it produces its harvest. Love that is treated lightly may not return, and destiny ignored may not wait. This story reminds us that pride can silence God's voice, and when it does, regret becomes the teacher. Yet even in loss, God remains faithful, calling hearts back to humility, repentance, and wisdom. May we learn before we lose, and choose God's will while there is still time. Let's pray, viewers. Father, thank you for the lessons in this story. Where pride has led us astray, bring us back with your mercy. Teach us to value love, obey your voice, and choose wisdom before regret. Heal every heart watching, and guide us in your perfect will. In Jesus' name, amen. If this story has touched your heart, inspired reflection, or reminded you to trust God's plan, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs this message, and leave a comment with your thoughts or prayer requests. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that teaches, warns, and uplifts your walk with God.